welcome back to my Pokemon Corner. In today's video, I'm going to be going through all the Pokemon cards that I bought while visiting Japan, and if you haven't already, check out that vlog on the screen somewhere here or in the description below. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I got while in Japan that I want to show everyone is this cute little Slowpoke figure. It is made up of a cheap plastic around 2 inches to 3 inches tall, and it's super duper cute. It did cost 500 yen. It was from the gachapon machine, and here is all the ones that you could get. I think I would have really loved Psyduck and Munchlax as well, but I didn't want to spend $25 or 2,500 yen to try to collect them all or more. So super happy, and I'm gonna put Yadon in the corner of the video for the whole entire thing just because I love him so much. The first card or store that we hit up was MEETS. So I got a Deerling simple illustration rare from, I guess, the newer black and white set. It was 500 yen, and that it was actually more expensive than some other stores that I saw later on. It was a little cheaper, around like 380 yen, but I was scared I wasn't going to see it again. And then I have a Sakoth for 200 yen. That is pretty standard across, so all the cheaper illustrations were around this price point, like 200 to 300 yen. And I really love the Sakoth because it is 10% Pokemon and then 90% background. And I love the little bubbles that are coming out of his nose. Any Pokemon cards that are similar with the 10% Pokemon, 90% background is an absolute must. And I guess another card that is similar to that is this Deerling illustration. It is part of the connecting cards that we have. So I did buy the Deerling and the Sawsbuck. This one was 400 yen, and I forgot exactly where I got this from. So I have no idea what store I went into, but there's a lot of blemishes or imperfections, scratches on this card, which is why it was on sale. So this was discounted. And then actually the Sawsbuck that we have was a little more discounted too, so it has even more imperfections. It was 300 yen, and I just love how these two cards go together. I have never held an actual English version of both of these cards before, so I think it's super nice, and I can see why everybody loves these so much. The colors on it is super vibrant, and all the Japanese quality for the holo effects is really stands out. Sometimes in the English one I feel like it's quite dull, but these are amazing. And now I have one set of connecting cards. Super happy about that. From the next store, we actually have TOPSUN, and I only got 2 cards. We have this little Apom, and I did get like the older vintage cards. This was on my list of getting a bunch of cards from this era or from these similar sets, but I kind of messed up and got so this one has like the horizontal and vertical e-reader codes, but there was a couple of cards that I only got the one at the bottom, so I was a little sad that it messed up my binder spread a little bit. And I just really love this Raticate. There's like 2 of them nuzzled together, and I thought that was super adorable, and I had to get it. And this was definitely part of my list. From the other store, we went to Sunrise, and we got a couple more modern cards. I think most of the cards that I got were modern. I could not find a bunch of vintage cards that I was willing to pay for. A lot of the vintage ones that were in better quality were just super high in price, and I was almost 100% sure I could find better ones through TCG Player. eBay or even my local card shop. And then we have a Sudowoodo who's so cute. I've been wanting this card. He's just hiding up right next to the building, and I wanted the English one. I think I will be purchasing an English one as well, just because I like this. And actually, I just remembered I didn't buy a Slowpoke. I was hoping to find a cheaper version, but it kept on getting more and more expensive. Like it was like 1,000 yen, and then so the cheapest I found for Slowpoke was 800 yen. And then we have a Mesprit, which is looking super nice. I've been wanting this card for a while now, so I'm happy that I got the Japanese version. It does not disappoint, but now I can't justify paying like 30 bucks for it or even more, because this was basically a around $3 card. And then next up we have is Team Rocket's Meowth. So we have Giovanni sitting in the corner and the Meowth just kind of scratching its eyes, which is super duper cute. I am collecting or trying to master set Destined Rivals, but so I do need to get the English version, but I just wanted a copy of the Japanese for my other binders, or like for my primary binder. From another store we have PLAYZE. Sorry, definitely might have given that more of like a different accent than it should be, so I think in English it's called PLAYZE. Not 100% sure. We have a Squavet for 220 yen. Simple cute card. All of these other ones I have, like Lechonk, are in the similar price range. There isn't anything special about the cards as well. They're very cheap ARs. But I just love how the Lechonk has overeaten and fallen asleep right next to its food bowl. So for a bunch of cards that I've been wanting, but not not wanting enough to actually buy them, I just got them in Japan instead. So I think that was a better move. There isn't a lot of nice cards that I got per se. I think I could have been a lot more intentional with it, but I tried to, so I probably will. I wanted a what was it called? Tag team collection page, like binder page, and then the e-reader ones, and then an illustration one for the vending series as well, but I couldn't get my hands on most of them, like 90% of them, so I abandoned that mission, but I will try to get them in English instead. Another favorite of mine is the Paldean Wooper, but I couldn't see the exclusive Paldean Wooper in action. So I was super happy to hear that it was going to release for the English one as well. So I might have a chance to get them. And this mystery, everybody has a copy of it, so I had to get myself a copy as well. It is super cute, and I can see why everybody has wanted it and added it to their cute page. The next one I have is from a newer series. I think this is from Infernal X, if I'm not mistaken. This was 220 yen, and it's stuffed with so much of the stuffed cotton everywhere. Like, I think that it's just such a cute card. Another cute card from Infernal X is Yamper. Oh, I love it. I should have gotten myself one. And then from Book Off, I actually got myself a copy, the Japanese copy of Ryunculus. I just love this card so much. He is just floating in the water, and I don't know if anybody has heard me from other videos say that I love any like water-based Pokemons. It's just the blue that that attracts me to it, and I just love it with all my heart. So this ducklet is a 10 out of 10 as well. This is such a beautiful card. I fell in love with it right when I saw the card set list, and I had to get my hands on it. Another one we have that is kind of blue themed is Sunflora. I'm not in love with this card, but Sunflora does have like more of a connection with me after watching like Pokemon Pokemon episodes. So I'm super happy that I have like a memory of that. And then we have the ugliest, cutest Drampa. I've been wanting this card in English, but I haven't ever seen it. I would always try to find an English copy, but it would always be sold out. So I finally saw it and had to get it for 300 yen. Because most of these cards are from Book Off, there are a little bit more blemishes. I try to get the more near mint or market price cards, but like for example, Plusle is 900 yen. This was not heavily discounted, but like discounted by like 300 to 400 yen. There are a couple of scratches and imperfections. It is very left, so I mean it's not centered, and I totally forgot to get the Minun as well. So while I was purchasing or telling the attendant or staff member to grab things from the showcases, I forgot to ask for Minun, and I was so sad about that. From another store, we have PLAYZE. This had a little bit more vintage, so that's kind of what I went for. I did see a copy of Slowpoke, but it was very scratched up and the condition was not looking good, even though it was like more expensive of a card. And so I got Slowbro instead. Super cute. And I love how it looks right next to the Slowpoke figure that I have on my desk. The next one I got is a Weedle for just 380 yen. So this was the cards that I was saying the e-reader codes are only at the bottom. I didn't do my research fully into which ones are which. So I'm kind of disappointed that it won't really go fully with the collection binder page, but it kind of does. So it's just a small detail that only peeves me. And from this other store, so I have no idea, Furohan Ichiba. I just stumbled upon this from walking around straight to my Airbnb, and I saw the card that I've wanted this whole entire trip. It is the Lieutenant Yoshida, and it has, of course, a very realistic Snubbull similar to Detective Pikachu, and this is an beautiful card. Like you can see the details and the textures is just shining from one specific corner. It's like acting like sun rays, and I had to get my hands on it. This was 30% off, so original price was 4,000 yen and it was discounted to 2,800 yen. And of course, after going to Tokyo, I saw another copy for 4,000 yen. That is a little more expensive than I would have hoped for, but I had to get myself a second copy. This is a more clean copy, so 30% was because there was a lot of things on it. So there's dots and some scratches, and then I had to get myself a better copy just to admire. I really love this. I wish I could have got a whole binder of it, but I couldn't. I couldn't find any more of them. The next one I did get is this tag team for Slowpoke and Psyduck. I love this card so much. I've been wanting it, so I will be trying to get the English version as well, but this one was a grade B condition, so there is a huge print line right at the top over there. And then there are a couple of whitening around the edges, but other than that, it is a super nice card. I did think I paid a little too much for it. For a grade B, I'm not sure how much it would have been if it was near mint or mint. So I'm not sure. I think English would have been better, or I could have bought a Japanese copy locally instead for cheaper. And then from Otatsu, which is one of my favorite stores, I got the Marshadow for 1,000 yen. And the cutest thing about the Marshadow is the little Pikachu. I love it so much. I had to get my hands on it. And then from here, I also got the Larias. This has to be from Fusion Strike. I didn't want to get the English version because it had the yellow border, so I went with the Japanese one for the silver border, which matches everything else. And it's such a clean card. I think there might have been slightly cheaper copies elsewhere, but this was a good medium. So it's not, Otatsu had like very reasonable prices, not the cheapest. So for this Lieutenant Surge that just came out in Mega Evolutions, it is at 800 yen, but there were other stores in Osaka that was selling it for 600 to 700 yen instead. So, a dollar or two cheaper. But the texture on this is crazy. You could see all the outlines and then just every single detail. I just love this card so much. I had to get 2 copies as well. So the condition of them was I was choosing between them, so there could have been better ones. But also their small little detail is that there's a Voltorb over there, and then like the Pokeballs in dumbbell form. Yeah, so there was multiple copies and I was choosing them, so I only found 2 that were good enough for me or that I liked. Some other ones had a bunch more imperfections, so it's really hit or miss, and then they were all the same prices as well. From Otatsu, I also did get a bulk set. So the bulk set came with 2 ARs, and so we have a Wattrel. Of course, it is in the water, my favorite. Anything that is blue themed absolutely has my heart. So we have a beautiful Wattrel. I think I was surprised that these weren't scratched up at all, and the quality on them or condition was super good. We also have the Mantike that I've been wanting for a while as well, but I wasn't able to see lots of copies of it, so I was super happy to get them. These were sandwiched in between or on the front and back of this whole entire deck, and yeah, I just wanted to grab one of them to of course have the illustrations, but then also to see what was inside the actual bulk pack. I wanted to get an idea, kind of show everyone what they can expect. So, and then as well, maybe I could gift some of these to my nephew and nieces. Hopefully they'll like Japanese. Okay, so also without all the names of the Pokemons here in English, I really will be struggling to say some of their names or remember what Pokemon is who. My memory is kind of like Dory, so yeah. I think this is super nice. There's a whole bunch of Pokemons we're seeing so far. So, and all of them look like they're coming from different sets. So it's not specifically, it has a good mix of everything. Okay, we have a Holo Victini and a Whimsicott. But yeah, all of them are from different sets, and I liked how the quality on these or condition. Oh, okay, we have a Pokeball pattern. And our Victini, like all of them are, what was I saying? the quality on them is really good. So it seems like anybody who opened packs, just the cards just went straight into this like a bulk pack instead. Like it was never played with, it was never set out for customers to always touch. So super happy about that, and it was only $5, so I think that was really worth the money. Probably nobody wanted to go for it. There was a ton of stock for these. They were just like hung up on some hooks, and I was just going through them. All of them were very different. There was a bunch of full arts or ARs from older sets, and I ended up choosing this one, which I am pleasantly surprised with. I would definitely buy those for my kids if in the future, if I do have any. And then I also went into C Labo and got myself 2 Wigglytuff. These cards are from Inferno X as well, so for 480 yen, which was quite cheap, I think. From other stores, I kept on seeing like 600, 500 yen, but this was the cheapest consistent pricing I saw, 480 across. And then the condition on this is actually quite good. It wasn't there was no imperfections on it, except that it wasn't fully or 100% centered. I just got 2 of these because they're adorable, and I was gonna give one to a friend. Next up we have is PDG Collector Shop. This one was also quite affordable, but I definitely think there could have been more options. So we have a Xylus, or I totally butchered that. Then I also forgot that I got a Ranunculus already, so I got another one. That was not planned. And then we have I forgot Scovalin, something like that. And they're just like 2 hot chili peppers being angry with each other, and I think that's the cutest thing ever. Had to get my hands on it because I've been wanting it for a while. Then from Card Secret, I think I messed up here, so the prices on these were quite expensive compared to other stops, like stores. So this Alolan Raichu and Raichu we have here from Tag Team. I think I've seen this in Osaka or Kyoto for cheaper, but I was running out of time in Tokyo, so I decided to just grab it for 3,480 yen. Still a beautiful card. I think the condition on this is way better than the Psyduck and Slowpoke. And then I also ended up getting a Solosis. This was definitely a ripoff. There was one Solosis in Osaka that I remember that was only 700 yen. So I paid 3 times the price for this, but the market price on this is definitely still lower than. So right now I think the market price is around 30 something, and then so I did pay lower. So it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the best. And then from Book Off, again in Ikebukuro, I bought some more vintage ones. Now these are really bad condition. There's a bunch of scratches, marks, unknown substances on them, but I thought that it would be at least a good binder piece if I could get some of the smudges off. So I decided, why not just get some more vintage cards, because it was my goal. I also have the Ladybug, which I've been wanting, so that is adorable. I think I could get another copy though, so I might get better versions of all of these cards. And then we have a Weedle. Also, I noticed that I got a bunch of Weedles. I have no idea why. I think the art on them are just so cute. So I think we got like a good collection of modern and vintage cards, but not very vintage. Like I didn't go for the expensive hollow ones. It's because the condition on them were really bad unless I bought like very expensive cards. So definitely I was trying to stick to a budget. And then I also got a mystery pack. This was 500 yen if I can recall correctly, and there was only 2 cards in there, which it was going to be vintage. So we have the we have the Tentacool. Okay, that was definitely not worth $5, but we'll see what is the other card. I had no idea what to expect as well. I just looked at a piece of paper and asked the staff member for it, the cashier for it. Oh, okay. So now we have a Pidgeot with that is clearly super damaged. There is so many marks all over the hollow pattern. There is one swirl, which is great. But this will be a great memory card to have in my collection. I'm not disappointed, and I'm actually happy we got a hollow because I've never seen the Japanese ones and how it's done. So there are a bunch of marks and distortion in here. Like you can see that there is clearly water damage over on the back. Not the best. This does look like a super well loved card though, so I will cherish that. Next up, we do have a couple of booster packs that I got for myself. So I bought these from 2 separate shops. The one with the price tags are from PLAYZE. Otatsu. Sorry about that. Otatsu. And then we have a couple of different ones. I did go for what I think was the cheaper ones or more affordable prices because I wasn't sure about all the other sets or booster packs that they did have and how much the MSRP costed. I did see from other shops it was more affordable, so I ended up getting it. And then these Mega Lucario ones, which I did get 4 packs of, is from PLAYZE, which was actually the most affordable place for all of these cards. There was a limit, so I think it was limit 5 for all these, but I already got some other ones from Otatsu, so I decided to only get the 4 Mega Lucarios from there. Yeah, so for the Mega Lucario and Mega Symphonia, I will be saving those specifically for opening up with me and my friend. So for today's video, we'll just be opening the 2 Wild Forces, one in Ken, I do not remember the set name. Okay, something arcane. And then I, of course, also got the 3-pack Black Bolt White Flare from this machine actually. So I put this at the end of my other video, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I had to get my hands on this. It did take me like a while to get, and I was spending way too much money. I think 2,000 to 2,500 yen, but I got it, and that's what mattered because I didn't see any other stores selling single packs of Black Bolt and White Flare, so I'm so happy that I got it, and I have a memory of playing one of those machines in Japan. So it looks like there is just 2 white flares and 1 black bolt, and we'll just see how well we do. I do know that Japanese single booster packs are not the best to pull from, so we'll see whatever luck lies in these 6 packs. And this is super exciting because it is my first time opening up Japanese packs. I don't think I ever have. So this is going to be cute. I did get this pack primarily because of the Alolan Vulpix here, and I wanted a couple of cards from there, or a couple of cards of an Alolan Vulpix. Also, I don't know how to open these without scissors, so ooh, okay. I think I opened that and I would be damaging the cards. But I have no other way to open these, so I'm just gonna go in for it. I definitely think that next time when I go to I wanna get, I think it's my favorite thing to do, like I try to get a pack everywhere I am, like a Pokemon pack of, so when I went to Paris last year, I got a pack of French Pokemon cards, like for Stella Crown, and now I'm getting like a bunch of other Japanese booster packs, and then next time I'm hoping I can do like a Korean or Chinese pack opening just to see like how different it is and what is in store, because okay, we didn't get any hits from there. I also messed up. I didn't know how the card trick was gonna be, so I think I will have to do, what is this? 1, 2, 3. 3 to the front. Okay, 3 to the front for the next pack. This is Wild Forces, or is it? Which is the English equivalent is Temporal Forces, if I'm not mistaken. I might have some of the names messed up, but for someone who isn't a fan of Temporal Forces, I have no idea why I got this. I was like panic purchasing because the staff member was waiting for me to check out and I wasn't finished. I saw this while I was heading towards the counter, and so it did take me a while. I had to like hurry up and not think too much about it. I didn't even do my research for it as well. Okay, so I think we can put 3 to the front, and I hope I didn't mess that up. Okay, so we have a Feraligatr. Absolutely adorable. I love it so much. Oh, and we have an Ace Spec card. Okay, I definitely messed up the card trick here. Oh, I am so disappointed that I did that. Okay. And then we're back to the Solosis that we saw originally. And that's the end. Okay, so there's only 5 cards in this pack, and I was supposed to... Okay. No, I'm trying to figure out how many I'm supposed to put to the front. I don't know if I got that, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so I am hoping to get like cards or booster packs everywhere I travel in their like specific language as souvenirs. Maybe it's such a nerdy thing to do, but I really like seeing the cards in other languages. Okay, 1 to the front. And I think I still messed that up. I think this is actually the hit. It looks like the rare. Okay, we will see what is coming up. Oh, and I think that was it. I definitely messed that up. Okay, all these Japanese packs from different eras is messing me up. Or I don't know if it changes it per, like, depending on the set as well and how many cards it has in the pack. So I was definitely not knowledgeable in that. Well, next up we have our modern set. We have Black Bolts. Let's see what we can get here. This one does have 7 cards in it, so hopefully we can get something good. I was really hoping that I could find some thick booster packs, but I wasn't able to. So I don't know if I just missed it or I wasn't going into the right shops or it was just so expensive that I looked away. But I was looking for those thick booster packs with like 35 cards in them. Oh, okay, we have a Pokeball. a reverse Pokeball, and just a holo. Okay, so it looks like I can put 2 to the front actually. So for the next packs, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, white flare. Yeah, I don't know why I never saw any of the white flare black bolts in store, or maybe I did and was just really expensive. So I think it's definitely cheaper for me to buy some of these like Japanese booster packs at my local shop instead. I have no idea why some of these Japanese card shops are selling it for way above market price. It is definitely at the scalper price level, which I was not loving. I definitely can see why, because of the influx in tourists, but kind of sad for like, I wonder if they have like separate pricing for locals, because all the prices are just out there. Oh, and this little garbage Pokemon. Oh, okay. We got a hit. Oh, and we got another hit. I was definitely not looking. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm super happy that we got a hit. I went into this thinking we were gonna get 0, like no hits at all. So that's kind of why I was just opening it for the sake of opening. I wasn't expecting to chase anything at all. So this was a pleasant surprise. And then of course the full art behind it for the trainer. Absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. The textures on it is crazy. I don't know if my camera can pick some of them up, but it's super duper nice. And now I have a full art Japanese copy to compare with like English full arts to see what the Japanese does better. Okay, so that was a success. I love that. We'll just put them right here for now. Okay, so our last Japanese pack. If I had like a lot of booster packs to open, I would have did a whole separate video, but I think it's nice that I didn't go overboard with all these Japanese cards, because I'm not collecting any of the Japanese master sets. So this will just go into like a little tin, for similar to like my childhood tin, and I'll sit there for the next 20-30 years. Or of course, if anybody wanted Japanese bulk, then I would give it to them. So okay, to the front. Let's see if this one has any hits. Oh, okay, we have this one that's from the clay artist, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And that is such a cute Pokemon. We have another duplicate. Oh, and a cute little ducklet. My favorite ducklet. And it is a Pokeball, so that is adorable. And okay, just another holo. But that is still nice. I really enjoyed that. That is the end of the video, so I'm super happy that we got these 2 hits, and then of course 1 ace spec. So that was great. Thank you for watching and staying and listening to me yap around and chat. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.